Namaste, Pranam, Gita Dhyanam. Om Parthaya Pratibodhitam Bhagavata Narayanena Swayam Vyasena Gratitam Purana Munina Madhye Mahabharatam Advaitam Ritavarshinim Bhagavatim Ashtadashadhyayinim Ambatva-manusandadhami Bhagavad-gite Bhavatveshinim. Oh, O Bhagavad Gita, with which Lord Narayana himself gave enlightenment to Arjuna. The ancient sage Vyasa included it in the Mahabharata. O Goddess, showerer of the nectar-like knowledge of non-dualism contained in your 18 chapters. O my affectionate mother, the destroyer of rebirth, I meditate upon thee. Krishna Vandana. Vasudeva Sutam Devam Kansachanura Mardanam Devaki Paramanandam Krishnam Vande Jagadguru. Son of Vasudeva, the slayer of Kansa and Chanur, extreme delight for Mother Devaki, O Lord Krishna, the supreme teacher of the universe, my salutations to you. So our reading of the Bhagavad Gita continues the 7th chapter, Vidyaan Yoga. And in this 7th chapter, Sri Krishna is telling Arjuna and telling us about the practicality of the knowledge that he has given so far through the 6 chapters, through the 6 adhyayas. That, okay, he has given the Dnyaan. Now, what is its practical importance of that jnana? Unless and until that knowledge which has been learned through senses, by reading, by thinking about it, unless and until we know the real import of that knowledge, unless and until we know what is the end product of that knowledge earned, it is going to be of no use. Unless and until we know the practical application of studying those multiplication tables in mathematics, in the lower classes, unless we put to use that knowledge, we know what is its practical, application, importance, it is of no use. Maybe I like a parrot, I might have just mugged 2 2s are 4 and 2 4s are 8, things like that. But is it going to lead me anywhere? That is the real important thing. That is the crux of the matter. Is it going to take me forward in any way? So now Sri Krishna in this particular 7th chapter is going to tell us about that thing, about the knowledge that he has given. Like at the end of Dhyana Yoga, Sri Krishna told us that the greatest among the yogis, yoginam api sarvesham madgatenantar atmana shraddhabhavan bhajate yo mam same yuktatamo mataha. It is, I consider that yogi to be the most steadfast, to be the most advanced, to be the most supreme, who undergoes the process of meditation as described by me with mat-gatena antaratmana, with his mind, with his inner self absorbed in me, with shraddhavan bhajate, with all the shraddha, with all the faith, with all the devotion, who worships me dwelling in his heart. Now, why he has talked about worshipping himself as the one dwelling in his heart? Why Krishna has taught it. He has taught it till the 47th shloka of the Dhyana Yoga. Now Sri Krishna is going to tell us what is the import of why is it that so very important, so very critical that the yogi should meditate upon me? that the yogi should mat gatena antaratmana, his entire inner being, his entire inner self should be merged in me. So that, unless until we know the actual reason for that, we will think, okay, Sri Krishna has talked about his greatness. Fine. That is the theoretical knowledge. Now Sri Krishna in this Jnana Vidyana Yoga is going to give the practical import of his teaching in that Dhyana Yoga. Now, let us, we yesterday in our reading of this first shloka of the Jnana Vidyana Yoga, Sri Krishna told us, Maya Sakta Manaha Partha Yogam Yunjan Madashraya. Now again, now he is talking about surrendering to me. Mad Ashrayaha. Maya Asakta Manaha. That Asakta Mana is mind clinging to me. Having taken a Sharanagati in me, having taken shelter in me, having taken Ashraya in me. One who does this yoga. Asamshayam samagram mam yatha jñāsyasi tuchrunu. Yes, I am going to tell you, just listen. That having taken refuge in me, having put his mind, totally putting his mind on me, clinging to me, one who performs the yoga, undoubtedly he is going to get the entire knowledge about me. And that is the Vidyana that Sri Krishna is going to unfold. That unfoldment of that hidden meaning of the knowledge is Vidyana. And Sri Krishna says, I am not going to leave anything hidden from you. That will be Samagram Mam Jñāsyasi. You will get to know everything about me. Samagram. That whatever is there to be known about me, you will get to know that. And that is why this Vidyana. So Sri Krishna says, just surrender to me, take shelter in me, take refuge in me, and cling your mind on me with all the devotion, with all the faith, with all the Shraddha. You start meditating upon me, I will open all the floodgates of that dam of knowledge, and the knowledge will flow like anything without hiding any of my hidden parts. You will know me perfectly. You will know me in totality. All in all, you will know about me, and that will give you the real peace. Now Sri Krishna says in the second shloka that we are going to read today, jñānaṁ sa-vijñānam idaṁ vakṣhyāmyaśheṣhataḥ yajñātvā neha bhūyo jñātavyam-avaśhiṣhyate. Dnyānam te aham sa-vijñānam idam vakṣhyāmi asheshataḥ. Asheshataḥ is without keeping anything hidden, without keeping even any trace of the knowledge hidden. I am going to give it to you. Jnanam teham sa-vijñānam. The knowledge as well as the realization we are going to get out of that knowledge. That I am going to tell you, that I am going to declare, that I am going to teach asheshata without keeping anything under my sleeves. There won't be any ace hidden under the sleeve. I will give everything to you. I will, whatever I have, I am going to declare the whole thing to you. Jnana as well as Vidyana. Jnana teham sa-vijñānam idam vakṣhyāmyaśheṣhataḥ. Without keeping anything hidden. Yajñātvā neha bhūyah anyat jñātavyam-avaśhiṣhyate. Yat jñātvā, yat jñātvā, having known which, yat jñātvā, what I am going to declare you, having known which, na iha, not here, bhūyo, anyat jñātavyam-avaśhiṣhyate, nothing more remains to be known. What I am going to tell you now about the knowledge and the realization obtained through that knowledge, which I am going to tell you in totality. I am not going to hide even a fraction of that knowledge from you. I am going to declare everything to you, having known which, you will know that there is nothing more to be learned in this life. There is nothing more to be which remains to be obtained as knowledge. No other knowledge will be remaining as such. You will get the entire 100%, not even fraction is left over. I shall teach you in full this knowledge combined with realization, which being known, nothing more here remains to be known. That is the ultimate that I am going to tell you. You are so lucky. We are so lucky that Sri Krishna is going to just unhide everything from us. He is going to cut open that entire bag of knowledge and freely distributing to us the knowledge as well as the realization part of that knowledge, the jnana as well as vidyāna. Whatever is comprehended with the aid of senses, mind and intellect is jnana. That is the knowledge. What we take in from the external stimulus through our senses, through our mind, through our intellect, whatever we take in from the external sources, that is knowledge. Having got that knowledge, then the real practicality of that knowledge comes from within. What we learn is all there outside, fine. But how to put to use that knowledge which has been gained from the external sources? We might get knowledge through books, we might get knowledge through videos, we might get knowledge through audios, all those things. But ultimately, it is the inner being who is going to process that knowledge, who is going to make use of that knowledge in real understanding, in the actual realization. Our senses and mind and intellect, they are just the carriers of things from outside to inside. So whatever is comprehended with the aid of senses, mind and intellect is jnana. Vidyānam, the realization, is a direct grasp of the reality come about through self-discipline and through self-effort. It all happens internally. A person who is having a realization, you won't see any external signs as such. If I am reading a book, people can see, yes, I am reading the book. If I am listening to any audio or viewing any video, people say to it that yes, he is taking something in. But having got those things in, when I start putting them into actual realization, that happens only through self-discipline, through self-effort. The former, that is gaining knowledge, is mediate. There is some medium required for gaining that knowledge. But the realization is immediate. That realization doesn't need any senses. Realization doesn't mean any books, any videos, any laptops, any tabs. Realization is all without the aid of any external medium. It happens internally. The one is derived through sight. The one is derived through senses, through hearing. The other is through insight. One is through sight. That is okay, we read the book, we look at it. But the realization, that is gaining knowledge. But the realization is insight. Tuition is needed for the external knowledge. But intuition is required for realization. Gaining knowledge is jñānaṁ. That is what Swami Chidbhavananda ji has termed it as. Jñānaṁ. That is taken from externals. But the realization is aparokshanubhuti. It is internal realization. Endowed with both of these, the aspirants get to know the Brahman in its entirety. So in a way, both are essential. Without knowledge, we cannot get realization. Without jnana, having grasped some knowledge, without jnana, we cannot have vidyaan, at least because based on what we will realize. Our realization is based only on the jnana that we receive. And what kind of jnana we receive, it depends on our tendencies. So we learn something. We get to know something. And then the internal process starts. And then we get realization. The realization of the Brahman, of the eternity. That is possible only when we have both jnana and vidyāna. So till the 6th chapter, Sri Krishna taught us the knowledge part of it, the jnana part of it. And now he is going to tell us why cling to me, why take shelter at my feet, why take refuge in me, why give that power of attorney to me that we spoke about in our previous reading. And that element of why you should cling to me, why you should surrender to me, that Sri Krishna is now going to declare without hiding anything. So that was our reading of the second shloka today. Jñānavyam sa-vijñānam idaṁ vakṣhyāmyaśheṣhataḥ. Avaśhiṣhyate he is going to tell us in this chapter, in this adhyaya. He is going to tell us all in all, avaśhiṣhyate, without leaving anything left over. Without any leftover of the knowledge hidden from us, he is going to tell us everything. And then he tells, having known this, there is no need for you to learn anything. That is the ultimate. There is yajñātvā neha bhūyo jñātavyam-avaśhiṣhyate. There is no need. Nothing remains to be learnt after hearing this. Such a profound statement of Sri Krishna. So that was the second shloka that we saw today. And let us get to know what Sri Krishna is going to tell us, why we should cling our mind unto him, why we should take a sharanagati in the Lord. So that we will see as and when Sri Krishna tells us from the third shloka onwards in our next readings. Till then, Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Sri Krishna Arpanamastu. Jai Sri Ramakrishna. Jai Thakur. Jai Ma. Jai Swami Ji.